We return to the world of the Dark Magician with the question that's been on everyone's mind since episode 1 or 2. Whatever happened to Doctor Longnoz? The Earthbound movie is taking a little bit longer than expected, so there's just an in-between time, basically. Something to still help you salivate your senses. This is a story that takes place sometime after the showdown with the villain, and so on and so forth. In other words, don't worry too much about the timeline.
What's this? Someone's running riot in the virtual world.
What's this? My cat is floating in air?
The assailant is using Jinzo. Wait.
It can't be.
Longnoz.
Dun dun dun! There was a Superman meets Thundercats comic. Why am I not surprised, honestly?
Now, Jinzo Lord, crush him.
I think that was a trickster, or trap tricks. Doesn't really matter. It's dead.
Yes, it's good to be back, and soon I will have my revenge.
I'm here to save the day.
Ha! I thought it was you, Doctor Longnoz.
Long time no see.
Longnoz.
Yeah, it's nice.
How many times?
Whatever. And what happened to you anyway? Last I heard, you just disappeared.
What happened? I'll tell you what happened. Because you defeated me, my master was going to send me to the underworld.
Master.
But I couldn't have that. I didn't want to lose my very soul and existence. So before he had a chance to send me away, I was able to transfer my consciousness into an inactive dual bot.
I see. Which logged you into the virtual world.
Was sent to the depths of the underworld, never to return. However, my consciousness was still in the system, existing in an inactive dual bot, which is this very body. However,
And inside the virtual world as a result, apparently.
found me and reactivated me, and this individual apparently shares a common goal.
Really? Oh, not you again! How do you keep coming back?
Evie bot.
The robots are joining forces.
Again. Only this time, I am teaming up.
Yes, this AI software thing does still exist. I checked. Look, after seeing the EVBot episode, it's like, well, I have to check. Stop.
Just saying, it sounds like Longnoz to me. Anyway.
Truly, a force of great evil is combining forces.
Now the two of us.
So Longnoz is going to be sent to the underworld as a result of failing his mission, and instead it ran away and put his consciousness in a robot, while his body was sent to hell. He still exists in this robot, which is reacted by Evie.
Well, 2-on-1.
And now both want revenge against Magician.
So it's just as well I'm here.
A clone!
What? Who the hell is this impudent whelp?
Have you been watching Dawn of the Cyber Heroes?
I'm Rick, the AI hero of the virtual world. Whenever there's trouble...
Here I come to Rick your shit!
And you, my friend, are causing trouble, and I'm gonna put an end
He
to
was
it.
probably also the guy reading the Superman comic, which makes the shirt even more fitting.
My AI counterpart. I've heard great things about you. It's an honor to meet you. And I too have heard great things about you.
Well, you were based off of me, they better be good.
Honor is mine, that I was based off you. I wish it was under better circumstances that we were meeting.
But beggars can't be choosers.
But don't you worry. Together we will defeat these guys.
The plan was to face Dark Magician alone. But so
To be fair, even if it was 2-on-1, I think Magician could still pull out the win. It would be a very tough duel, you know. He's not just going to walk in, win, and leave, but he might be able to pull up the ultimate upset. Power of being a protagonist.
We'll see about that. You should know that evil never wins. Let's kick it off.
I'll make the first move. First, I'll normal summon rescue battle.
I wonder how much of a pain it is to actually work in that thing. I imagine this thing isn't worn very often.
To special summon 2 level 4 normal monsters from the deck with the same name. And I choose to special summon 2 copies
Of Heliotrope.
Evil Swarm Heliotrope.
Alright.
Hey, you can't play evil swarms in magician format. They're bad.
I'm cheating. I'm a villain.
Think I care about a stupid bad I don't. Now using my
It's the Assault Blackwing Super or Armor Master all over again.
to
Full Armor Master.
one of your worst nightmares, Evil Swarm.
Ah, great. In all of Magician's decks, he likes high-level monsters, whether they be heroes, Rainbow Neos, or Dark Magician.
Unless he's changed over to evil swarms.
Either he's changed Evil Swarms or got Evil Swarms in his Jinzo deck, because let's be real, you can't play pure Jinzos, you need to mix in some
This
stuff.
is going to be harder than I thought.
Well, this is just
Look at it this way. At least he didn't, like, put another archetype in there, like Trickstar Jinzos or something.
specifically counter yours, and ironically Rick's as well. In the meantime, I activate Ophion's effect by detaching 1 over the unit. I get to add an Evil Swarm spell or trap from my deck to my hand, and I choose Infestation Pandemic.
That can negate the effect of a spell or trap card, I believe.
Style place 3
Which would play spell that makes your Evil Storm unaffected by spells and traps for the turn.
in my turn.
Now I'm sure I'll eat my words on that one.
I activate Magician's Salvation
Okay.
and set it
Got
to
our
the
Magician
top
deck this time.
deck. Next, I'll normal summon Summoner Monk.
Okay.
He switches to defense mode upon his summon.
I think not. I activate my trap card. Fiendish Chain.
Oh, nuts.
Some monks' effects are negated.
Fiendish Chain on a Summoner Monk's actually a pretty good move, too.
That's what you
Huh?
think. I chain the quick play spell Forbidden Law.
Oh, nice. It'll lose its attack points, but who cares about the attack points on a Summoner Monk?
Spells and traps this turn. Now I'll activate Summoner Monk's effect, discarding a spell. My Soul Servant.
Look, it's full charge.
Summon a level 4 monster from my deck. I special summon my Elemental Hero Prisma. That's
Alright. You put heroes.
The only one here with heroes.
You got heroes in your Dark Magician deck.
My Prisma's effect, revealing to you Dark Magician the Dragonlight, and sending from my deck to the graveyard, Dark Magician.
I have it with the Timaeus.
Now,
You're going to construct the overlay network.
for monsters, I construct the overlay.
Yep, this is the only way around Ophion.
Sea Summon, number 39. Utopia.
At least the only way he has. Unfortunately, Ophion has 25-50 attack points, so it's still too strong.
And end my turn.
Now it's my move. I draw a turn, and then activate a field spell of my own. Domain of the True Monarch.
Monarchs. Oh no.
I'll normal summon Ida, the Heavenly Squire, and use her effect on
They're locking us out of the extra deck now. First, you can't play high level monsters, and now you can't go into your extra deck at all.
Except herself, and I special summon Eidos, the Underworld Squire.
Eevee bots using Monarchs. Another banned deck in Magician.
They're still cheating. The nerve.
That's just low.
At least if she goes into the Monarch deck.
Arch nemesis decks of mine, even in Magician form.
This means that even though Longnoz can't go into the extra deck, they're going to work with it.
And want vengeance that bad
Clearly.
that you have to resort to cheating.
Yes!
Yes. Eevee bots were
You think we're go- What? You think the villains were going to play fair?
she already was, and you ruined my life by defeating me.
I can't believe you did that to me.
I have no purpose existing. Not when my master was going to send me to the depths of the underworld. I don't have a real body anymore because of you.
Maybe you should have just gotten good.
Please, Doc, you've no one to blame but yourself. You brought all this upon yourself by betraying your work colleagues and working for an evil madman. You ruined your own life.
He's right.
You two are quite finished arguing like an old married couple. I would like to replenish my hand with a spell card called Destruction.
I expect a card of Sanctity, to be honest.
We each discard our hands and draw the same number of cards.
What do you think you're doing, you imbecile? I have a good hand.
Well, now you can replace it with a brick.
Lost it.
Also, if she goes to the Monarch lock, you can't go into your extra deck either, so your partner kind of plays against you.
You're lucky that these are good cards that I
Yeah, right. It's like, you're lucky.
Fortunately, that doesn't affect me.
Because his hand is empty.
I have nothing in hand.
But my partner, however...
Hopefully, Rick here gets a better hand. Well, it wasn't the worst hand, but it's also not the best. So
mid.
maybe I can draw something that can deal with Ophion. Well, after resolution, I activate one of my face downs. Forbidden.
You're gonna...
Press.
Oh, he's gonna target Ophion.
I target Utopia.
Utopia?
And now during this turn, Utopia loses 600 attack points, but he can't be targeted or destroyed by card.
I think he's thinking of Riser or Caius.
Do it now before it gets screwed over by a Monarch.
True.
You may have saved Utopia for now, but I can still slow you down as I sacrifice items in order to tribute summon Rise.
Yeah.
The storm.
He saw Riser or Caius coming, so he used
to
this.
spin your eternal soul to the top of your deck.
Bah!
Well, before you do that, I'll activate Eternal Soul in response.
To search.
Obviously, I can't special summon Dark Magician, thanks to
An Eternal's nuking the field only activates if it's destroyed. If it's just sent away, it doesn't count.
attack from my deck to my hand. And since
I'm speaking from heat Leoing a lot of them. It's like their field isn't blown up. That's not how that works. Oh.
to destroy by monsters doesn't activate.
So what? I'm not done. Next I activate double summon. Now
Great.
I can normal summon again this turn. And now I sacrifice Eden in order to tribute summon Caius, the Shadow.
Another one that could have been a big threat to Utopia.
And I'll use his effect, the Banish Magician's Salvation.
Oh, no.
There goes the field spell.
Stupid Caius.
Well, since
Could have Caius the Eternal Soul, but putting the field spell back on the top of the deck instead would have just
my turn.
gotten us right back when we started.
It's time to try and turn this duel around.
Let's see what your heroes can do.
First, I activate the continuous spell. Spell Economics. Now I don't have to pay life points in order to activate spells. Like this one, which would normally cost half my life points. A hero lives.
Nice!
Now, as long as I control no monsters, I can special summon.
I know there are some cards that like spell economics like, no, you have to pay life points for that one, but your entire purpose is that I don't have to pay life points. Yeah, but not in that case.
will I trade
Ah!
negating your spell.
You're just a fun police.
Bet you I chain called by the
Ha!
targeting Ash Blossom and negating her effects and banishing her.
I won't let you do
Wait, what?
either. I chain Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, negating your call by the
Yeah, all this because he was card destructioned.
You wasted your spells.
And I wouldn't be so sure of that. I activate my last face down card. My own.
Oh!
Targeting your Ghost Bell, negating her effects, and banishing her.
Well played.
Damn you! I lost 2 hand traps for no reason.
If you're quite
At least you got their card buys out of the way. Because I think in Magician format they're limited.
and special summon Elemental Hero Stratos. And now I will use his effect to add a hero from my deck to my hand. And I have just the perfect one to help it.
Reminds me though of the
Elemental Hero Blade.
you know Ophion prevents the special summons, right?
Noticed how I haven't even normal summoned yet. I know that
Yeah, I forgot to talk about it earlier.
out of special summoning level 5 or higher, Winston, but normal summoning then is fair.
That's true, but you're gonna tribute. No, he can't tribute any magician monsters.
This, you might ask.
Cost down, maybe?
Thanks to Eve on playing card destruction, my elemental
Necro Shade went to the graveyard.
So now
You know, that was a thought to me when the Dark Destruction happened, but I forgot what the Ash Blossom chain.
Edge. Take to the field. Now, Blade Edge, take down his
It's just strong enough.
slice and dice attack.
Now take 50 damage. That's 60,000 life points.
How could you let this happen?
Hey, how was I supposed to know that he had a way around Ophion?
Not wrong.
Back off.
And with that, I end my turn. Back to you, Doctor Longnoz.
It's Longnoz, you infinite weapon.
Uber Oliver.
End of your turn, I activate the trap card. Exceeds Reborn. It lets me bring an Exceeds monster back from the graveyard and attach it as a material. So welcome back, evil.
Great.
Ophion.
Which means the higher levels are locked down again.
Come on. Now it's mine. I activate Pot of Greed. It lets me draw 2 cards from my deck.
Always handy.
One of them is my own field spell.
Okay.
Magical Citadel of Endymion.
Okay. No, whenever spells reactivate, that thing gets a spell counter. But the real evil is he's using Endymions. He's gonna make us read!
Glory.
Glad beasts.
Gladiator beasts. as
Gladiator
well.
beast,
Are
Endymion,
you
evil
serious
swarms,
right now?
Enginzo?
Yes. Now I'll activate the last card in my hand. Card of Sanctity.
Of course, someone's gonna activate.
Draw from our decks until we each have 6 cards in our hand. Sure, you actually have a hand again, Dark Magician, but as long as I have Ophion, you can't play the game. Now, since I can draw a Gladiator Beast monster, I special summon Test Tiger. Now I shall use my Test Tiger's effect, sacrificing it and returning Bestiari to my deck in order to special summon a Gladiator Beast monster and treat it as if it was summoned by a Gladiator Beast. I special summon from my deck
Laquari?
Gladiator Beast Vermilion
Okay, the destruction one, alright.
to destroy Blade Edge and cut him down to size.
Ah!
No, Blade Edge.
And with him out of the way, my Ophion is free to attack. Now you will swarm Ophion. Attack Utopia.
Utopia negates.
That's pointless. I activate Utopia's effect by removing one of his overlay units. I block your attack. Go, Moon Barrier!
So what? Your pathetic
Japanese effect
number
name.
master can't block attacks forever. In my main phase 2, I played the spell called Dimensional Fissure. Now, the monster that would go to the graveyard banished instead.
Fantastic.
One card face down and end my turn.
Alright, let's see if I can turn this duel around.
Well, with a new hand, that'll really help.
Absolutely nothing will be turned around thanks to my trap card, Macrocosmos.
Ah, even more banishing.
Card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Ha ha ha! Good luck winning now.
Just as well I have this card. In response, I chain Twin Twisters.
Oh!
Discarding a card from my hand. My second
Which will be
sword
banished,
sword,
unfortunately.
I need to destroy 2 spells and traps on the field. I destroy Dimensional Fissure and Macrocosmos.
At least it'll be the only card
Not
that's gone.
shutting off our graveyards. I won't.
You already shut out our extra decks. You're not getting rid of graveyards, too.
So what? I still have Ophion. You cannot stop us.
We'll
Chaos
see about
Exceeds,
that.
change it!
Now
No,
I
they can't,
activate
unfortunately.
The effect of Magician's Souls, sending Palladium Oracle mana from my deck to the graveyard.
What do you think you're doing? You know you can't summon Dark Magician through his effect in this situation.
And that's exactly why I'm using his other effect.
The special summon
summoning
itself.
himself.
So I can tribute it and Utopia. Then
But
use
he won't
1,000
stick
Knives.
around for long because I'm about to tribute summon as well. I sacrifice Magician's Souls in order to summon Dark Magician Girl.
Or that works too. And then you can use Dark Burning Attack.
And now that she's here, I'll use the effect
Dark
of
Magician
Soul
Girl, a
Surgeon's
card that
Breath.
had an awakening in a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Since
fandom.
Dark Magician Girl is on the field, while Dark Magician and Mana are present in my graveyard, I get to draw 3 cards from my deck.
Draw as many cards as you want. It won't make a difference.
You know, one of these days I want to see you and they'll just be like, draw as many cards you want. Okay, I will. Thank you. You gave permission. You can't stop me.
But your waifu's attack boost thanks to the Dark Magician in your graveyard. My Ophion still outranks her by 250 points. Looks like you miscalculated.
I miscalculated nothing. I activate the equip spell Magic Formula.
700 more
equipping it to
points.
the Dark Magician Girl and raising her
Or
attack
according to
power
Nightmare
by
Troubadour,
700
Dark Magician's
points,
Tome of Black
making her
Magic.
the strongest
Must have been a
monster
direct
in
English translation or something like that. Just weird.
No, impossible. He found a way around Ophion as well.
That's right.
Yeah, the way around Ophion. Beat the crap out of it.
Ophion once and for all with Dark Burning Attack.
Last shatters. 450 damage.
Ophion's gone again.
And so far he's been the only one losing life points. Eevee's
Stay in the
untouched.
Graveyard where he belongs. I'll deal with you later. Now, Utopia, destroy Caius with Rising Sun Slash.
And now Eevee about to lose life points.
Damn you.
Alright, in my main phase 2, I activate a new copy of Magician's Salvation. And
Alright.
set a second Eternal Soul from my deck.
Did you get rid of a card like that with Twin Twister? I guess he has. Well, of course he has 3,
Dark
but
Magical
could have sworn.
Circle.
I was talking over it though.
Let's see what the top cards are. Ugh, that typical luck. I add another Dark Magical Circle to my hand.
Yeah.
And rearrange the order of the others.
Look on the bright side. At least you got a Dark Magician card. Sometimes you just activate the card like, let me take a look-see. Nothing. The Solomon Great Foxy effect.
Next, I'll place a card face down on the back row.
But technically Dark Magicians did it first, I believe.
Now it's my move. and I activate the Cheerful Coffin. This lets me discard 3 monsters from my hand to the graveyard. I discard these ones. Growl, Huntsman of Dark World.
Great.
And Grapher.
It's very dangerous.
Growl lets me draw 1 card. Age special summons himself, and Grapher will destroy 1 card on the field. I choose one of the face-down Eternal Souls, which it obviously is.
Gah. And when it dies, so does all the monsters he controls.
Great. Dark World monsters as well. Okay, I see the pattern here. They've combined a lot of my hated decks from the past. Evil.
They've created an axis of evil.
Endymion. Macro. Monarchs. Dark World. The Gladiator Beasts.
I like glad beasts. The rest of them indifferent too, or they can go die, but
Mix.
But hey, everyone has their kryptonites. For some reason, perform mages are my kryptonites. I can't explain to you why, but they hard counter my decks.
Arch nemesis. Now I bounce Beige back to my hand in order to bring back Grapher, the Dragon Lord of Dark World.
Bah.
But that's not all. I will also use the effect of Domain of the True Monarchs,
There's another effect.
reducing the level of ether in my hand by 2. So now he's been changed from an 8-star monster to a 6-star monster.
Not good. Not good.
You know what that means.
It only takes 1 tribute.
I can tribute summon her with just 1
I
tribute.
forgot domain had a second effect. I'm just so used to like no extra deck. It's the entire art.
The
effect.
Heavenly Monarch. Use
Great.
her effect to send 2 Monarch spells and traps to the graveyard to special summon another Monarch.
I don't think so, Evie. I chain effect Veiler. By sending
Nice.
her from my hand to the graveyard, Aoife's effect is negated.
So what? I still have 2 powerhouses that can completely overpower you. Now, Aoife, attack Dark Magician Girl, and thanks to Domain, my Aoife will gain 800 attack points during damage calculation.
Ah.
I won't let that happen. I activate Utopia's effect 1 more time, removing its remaining overlay unit to block your attack. Go, Moon Barrier!
Nice.
With no units left, Utopia is finished. Now, Rapper, destroy him!
And it blows itself up.
Sorry, Evie. You forgot that I still have a trap card.
Ooh.
Eternal Soul.
Nice.
And I'll use it to bring this back. My Dark Magician. And now, due to the effect of Dark Magical Circle, I'll use it to banish Grapher from the field.
No! How dare you banish Rapper? You
Well, Graphic can get
deal
lost.
with this. Especially since I have Domain on the field. As long as I control a tribute summoned monster, you can't special summon from the extra deck.
Bah.
With that, I end my turn.
Alright, finally it's back to me. I'll also activate Pot of Greed. And
Very
draw
handy.
2 more cards from my deck. Next, I'll activate Cosmic Cyclone. By paying 1,000 of my life points, I banish Domain. However, since I still have spell economics, I don't have to pay anything.
Nice. Now you can
that
start
pesky
banishing.
card is out of the way, we can access our extra decks again.
Which would be great for the
Starting
hero
with
player.
Double Fusion.
I love this card as Rio now. I know it's just a Shining Flare Turbo card, but it's neat.
Now,
I just think it's neat.
but still tricks to bring out the elemental hero, Flame Wingman. But he won't be sticking around because now I'll fuse him with Sparkman to bring out my shining hero, the ace of my deck, elemental hero, Shining Flare Wingman.
As soon as I got the Neo structure I can mash to do, I crafted a normal Sparkman to put Shining Flare in the deck as well. I already had a Shining Flare after all. It's just iconic to me. We all have that one card just like, yeah, you're coming in. Besides, normal rarity, who cares?
Now, Shining Flare Wingman.
Maybe it was our rarity. Either way, it's not. Either way, it's cheap. The pain doesn't end there, though. Now for Shining Flare Wingman's superpower.
When Shining Flare Wingman destroys a monster, you get hit for damage equal to your monster's original attack points. But I'm not done there. Stratos, attack Mamilio now!
Oh, no, our monsters are gone.
Yeah, well, it serves you.
That's Hot Decker Raigeki.
Negate old decks, but it looks like you failed miserably. Main phase 2, I set a monster face down, and place one card face down, and end my turn. Hopefully it'll be smooth sailing from here.
Holy hope.
Hopes will be dashed if it's the last thing I do. I'm... And now to add the 6th spell counter to my citadel. Gladiator Proving Ground.
Okay.
I can add a Gladiator Beast monster from my deck to my hand, as long as it's level 4 or lower, that is. And I'll add Samnite.
That looked like an incantation candle. Hey, whatever, proxying a bit's fine.
Then I special summon Test Tiger. Then I'll use Test Tiger's effect, sacrificing itself and returning Samnite to my deck.
So you're going to Bestiari?
Summon this, my Gladiator Beast, Darius.
Oh, Darius, okay.
Then I will use
It can revive a Gladiator Beast from the graveyard.
back Murmilio.
And Murmilio's effect will activate because it's from my Glad Beast effect.
Contact fusion.
Oh wait, no, it can't. The Darius negates effect. My bad.
Contact fusion. Summon Gladiator Beast Esadari.
Great. What's its effect? Beat stick.
Then
It's a vanilla beat stick. That's it.
spell Megamorph.
Ooh.
Since my life points are lower than yours, his attack points are doubled. Now, Esadari destroys.
I did have plans to make this thing work like a rank 5 machine at some at one point, but it didn't work out.
Spirit of Neos to the field.
I can set it as idea of Glad Beast rank 5, but
And equip it to Shining Flare Wingman. Now Shining Flare Wingman can't be destroyed in any way, and it can't be targeted by your card effect.
Nice. Very nice.
Still take the damage.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Time you did.
Heh. That's a lot of damage.
I have Spirit of Neos' effect as well, allowing me to add a spell or trap that mentions an elemental hero's name. And I choose my instant contact.
Nice.
So what? Now in my main phase 2, I have to make Card of Demise.
Now he's gonna draw 5 cards.
Or until I only have 5 cards, as long as I discard my entire hand in 5 turns.
Not that you'll get that far. I think we still got like half an hour left, so he might actually have to discard his whole hand.
Now I place 2 more cards face down and end my turn. And yes, I know I could have Was only up my gay.
Wow, blaming us for your misplay? That's really...
At least he gave an explanation.
Anyway, I draw for turn. And now I activate the effect of Palladium Oracle Mahal.
Oh, he did put that on top of the deck, I believe.
Special summon himself.
Full field, well, mostly full field monsters.
With my other soul servant engraved.
Good thing we don't share fields,
Four cards.
otherwise he wouldn't be able to do this.
And now to wipe out your back row, I play Dark Magic Attack. Say goodbye to your spells and traps.
Did you really think I wouldn't have a counter?
Yes.
Activate the trap card. The huge revolution is over.
What?
When two or more cards on my field are about to be destroyed, it negates the activation.
So Starlight Road, great.
Banishes.
Without the Stardust Dragon. Ugh. And it vanishes though, that's pretty good.
Well, so much for that. Luckily, I have another way to get rid of Megamorph. I summon Breaker, the magical warrior. A goat format special.
Hey,
Breaker gets
all
a
reliable.
spell counter upon his normal summon.
And led to one of the most iconic scenes in all of the
Move
anime.
Counter, so that Breaker will break Megamorph.
I'll get you yet for this.
We'll see about that. I activate another magic formula, and this time equip hits to the Dark Magician, increasing his attack power by 700 points.
Look
as
at all
well.
those spells of traps and monsters.
Now, Dark Magician.
He's only got one spell and
attack
trap zone left, though.
Now, Dark Magic Attack.
No monster zones. Well, unless we're counting extra monster zones.
I won't let that happen. I'll activate another trap card. Attack guidance.
Ooh.
Now the attack is redirected to
To Utopia.
monster, and I think I'll choose Rick's Shining Flare Wingman.
Or that works too. Never fall
Take
victim
all
to
the
your
damage
own
if I let that happen.
superpower.
I the quick play spell Secrets of Dark Magic.
Ooh, nice counter.
I use it to perform a fusion summon.
I don't think so.
Huh?
I activate the effect of Herald of Green Light.
What the?
by
God.
sending this card and
What do you guys are drawing into all this stuff? I'm sorry to think this stuff is scripted.
it negates the activation of your spell and destroys it.
Ah!
No!
Yeah, incoming Shining Flare.
Oh yes. And now, due to Shining Flare Wingman's effect, you'll now get inflicted damage.
Burst
equal to
damage.
Dark Magician's attack points. Let's see how you like it.
I don't like this at all. Tja.
Oh no! Richie, are you okay?
I'm just so in it.
I'm alright.
I can deal with this.
It's alright. Since Magic Formula went to the graveyard,
He gets
we
1,000
gained
life
back
points.
700 life points.
No, 1,000 life points.
And because I took damage, I'll now activate the effect of Magicaribo,
I
which
love that
allows
thing.
me
It's
to
adorable.
special summon Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl from my deck or graveyard. I choose to special summon my second Dark Magician from my deck. Take to the field, my friend. And since I still have Dark Magical Circle out, I'll use it to banish Esadari, leaving a clear path for my remaining attacks.
Now you got nothing.
Dare you! I left wide open again.
That's right.
Now, oh, on
Dark
assault.
Magician. Finish what the other Dark Magician started. Attack his life points directly with Dark Magic Attack.
I won't let you. I play another hand trap, which is the last card in my hand. Battle Phase.
Bah.
I special summon it and end your battle phase.
Now it's Eevee's turn to activate card Sanctity, I bet.
The last card in hand. Well, I guess I'll wrap things up Well, with a link summon.
Link summon?
Hey Rick, is it okay if I use your Stratos? Go right ahead. What's mine is yours.
Hey, at least they're asking permission instead of just linking them off because they can. They're nice that way.
Breaker and Stratos. I'll combine the circuit and link summon Decode Talker.
Okay.
And since Mahard is in a zone that he's pointing to, Decode Talker gains 500 extra attack points. With that, I end my turn.
Now it's my move, and I activate the Geki.
I've heard this music show, but I can't quite sit.
Monsters.
You'll come to me. But also, damn it, Raigeki, what are the odds?
No, Clayman and Spirit of Neos.
Shining Flare was saved because of safe zone.
Clayman still stands and has gained 600 more points.
All those monsters, all those
Well,
that link monster summoned.
easy.
Yeah.
You just set off a chain reaction of events, along with the fact that Dark Magician is unaffected.
It's Eternal
First,
Soul.
Magic Formula will boost our life points by a further 700. Then, Mahard will special summon another Dark Magician. I choose the third one that's in my deck. And since a spellcaster was destroyed, I get to add Magic Karibo back to my hand. And then, with Dark Magical Circle, I'll banish Battle Fader. And due to the effect of Magician's Salvation, Dark Magician Girl comes back as well.
Nice.
What were you thinking, Evie? Now I have no monsters, as well as no hand.
Hey, I had to do something about their board. Although all I can do to follow up is set this monster face down and end my turn.
Alright, my move, and I summon Elemental Hero Shadow Mist to the field. Time to battle. And unfortunately, one of the drawbacks of Safe Zone is that the equipped monster can't attack directly. But it's not too much of a problem for my wingman. Shining Flare Wingman, attack Evie's face-down monster!
Morphing Jar, trying to reset the hands again.
My face-down monster was Morphing Jar. Now we must all discard our entire hands and draw 5 cards. And the 3 that I discarded were all Dark World monsters. Remember Beige? Well, Beige is
Great.
it's joined by Gold and Silver.
Annoying. And now, ugh,
Oh no!
this is bad.
My instant contact!
I'm going for Flame Wingman again. Or the new
Richie
Flame
Boy
Wingman.
lost Magic Karibo. Sorry about that.
I take back what I said, Evie, but looks like you did something right for a change. Now I've started over with a clean slate.
Yeah, 5 cards again. He can't keep getting away with this.
Fiendish chain of clawing up my zones.
Well, I can't do much with these 5 cards. At least not yet. I end my turn.
Now it's my move. You're lucky I can't do much. I also set a monster and end my turn.
Well, before you end your turn, I'll activate the effect of Eternal Soul and special summon one of my Dark Magicians back. And then I'll use Circle to banish your monster.
Hold on. Before you do that, I'll special summon Chaos Hunter by discarding a card from my hand.
Ah, come on.
Now you can't banish our cards anymore.
You were trying to banish all of our cards. What do you mean we can't? Oh, so you're allowed to banish all my stuff, or at least attempt to. But when we try to do it, it's like, hold on, Hitler.
And use his effects to add a Dark Magician's spell or trap from my deck to my hand. And I'll choose Sorcerer.
Probably in trouble for that one somewhere. Bleh. Whatever. Who cares?
And stack this on top. Timaeus, the United Dragon.
Nice.
Now I'll activate a spell card, Diffusion Wave Motion. By paying 1,000 life points and targeting a level 7 or higher spellcaster, it gets to attack all of your monsters once each, as long as none of my other monsters can attack. However, because of spell economics, I don't have to pay anything. And while I'm at it, I'll play another spell, Forbidden Chalice, and use it on the Dark Magician, who I also chose for Diffusion Wave Motion.
So
now he'll gain 400 attack.
So you did this for beat stick.
And
Great.
There's no effects to negate, so it doesn't even matter.
So wouldn't that mean
Now,
chance doesn't work?
Magician,
No, I don't think
every
it does
single
work,
one
but
of
still.
your monsters with dark
I can think of when
magic
it's-
attack.
Diffusive dark magic attack.
Curse you.
Everything goes.
Alright, main
Nice
phase
use.
2. Now that we can banish cards again,
Diffusion Wave Motion is such a win more card, but it's also so cool.
banishing it to draw 4 more cards.
Just love the fact that the anime, he did not need to use Diffusion Wave Motion, but he did it anyway. Also, there's a weird part in our manga where you can use Diffusion Wave Motion against a guy using Machina Force,
Now I
like the
use
original
the
one,
effect Timaeus,
and
the
then uses
United
Diffusion
Dragon.
Wave Motion, our Dark Magician girl. It's like,
Sacrifice of Magician's Rod
no.
to
Even says on the
special
text level 7 or higher, but it's like, I'm gonna use it on level 6 anyway.
Fusing him with the Dark Magician in order to form Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight.
Nice.
Now I place 2 cards face down before ending my turn.
Now it's my moon again. I draw and I activate a new field spell.
Another new one?
Gates of Dark World.
I'm actually leaning in the Dark World part.
But before I put it to use, I'll do Dragon and special summon Radiant, a multi-dimensional kaiju to your side of the field.
What's the point of this?
You'll soon see. Now I activate the effect of Gates of Dark World, banishing Caius and discarding another wrapper from my hand to draw 1 card.
But that means Gravin's effect
Grappa's
activates,
effect now
destroying a
activates,
card.
And I'll destroy Safe Zone.
Uh-oh. Then I'll banish the monster
Won't
to its...
let you, Evie. I activate the effect of Eternal
Stupid
Sword
kaiju.
and bring Dark Magician the Dragon Knight back from
Bitch.
the graveyard, since his name is treated as Dark Magician while on the field and in my graveyard.
I won't let you. I discard DD Crow and use it to target your Dragon Knight and banish him.
Ah!
Oh no! Sorry, Rick, but there's only one way I can kind of spare your Shining Flare Wingman. I activate one of my face down cards, Secrets of Dark Magic.
Well, I'll save it by fusing with
Use
it.
it to combine
Which
all
won't be
these
banished.
monsters together into one. I fuse Shining Flare Wingman with the Dark Magician,
To Soldier of Chaos!
Dark Cavalry.
Or Dark Cavalry, this works too. Nice. Hope you don't mind your wingman turning into a horse.
Cavalry receives 100 attack points for every spell and trap on the field and in our graveyard.
It's gonna get to a big number then.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
And of course, I still get a Dark Magician back since Eternal Soul doesn't target. Welcome back, old friend.
You idiot! Why did you not target Eternal Soul with Grappa's effect? If you'd have done that, he wouldn't have this impressive board.
I just wanted to get rid of Rick's Shining Flare Wingman. Otherwise, it would do too much damage.
It does have that burst
I
effect you gotta
will
look
get
out for.
Eternal Soul later. In the meantime,
That could cost him the
I'll
duel.
activate Diane Keto the Cure Master.
Why?
This increases our life points.
And when I say why, I mean, why do you have that?
Diane Keto, the Cure Master? Really?
Gotta look out for sparks,
I mean,
man.
it's a great old school card, but who the hell plays it anymore?
Right?
I
Hey, you wrote the script.
Now I activate Dark World Demons, then draw a card and discard a card.
It's also in my Monarch Dark World deck. I'll put in Diane Keto. Can never be too careful.
Was another grapper, like Eternal Soul.
Not so fast. Dark Cavalry has another effect, similar to Decode Talkers. When a card or effect is activated that targets a card on my field, I get to discard a card to negate that card's activation.
So it's sort of
and
like Dark
destroy
Paladin.
it. Nice try, Evie.
Ah, well in that case I'll try this. The spell card of Sanctity.
You already used Card of Sanctity. Wait, no. Longnoz used Card of Sanctity. This is her Card of Sanctity. We are going to deck out. Both Longnoz and Evie will deck out.
Now I activate a second Dark World Demon.
You can't keep getting away with They can't keep getting away with this.
Oh, I've got to hit it. I activate a third Dark World Demon. So again, we draw a card and discard a
Using an
card.
upstart 3 times.
And the card I discarded was beige.
So it comes right back to the field.
Yeah, I know. This is getting ridiculous.
Tell me about it. Getting ridiculous. It's been ridiculous. What are you talking about? You should have put that clip after he's... Oh, come on! You bitch!
Spells and traps are destroyed without your Dragon Knight.
Should have said this getting ridiculous after you activate Card of Sanctity. Or she activated Card of Sanctity.
Not yet,
Crap.
not Evie. I play my trap card, Starlight Row.
Ooh, gonna get Stardust out
The
here.
Duster is negated. And then
He does
I
have
get to
one open
special
slot.
Summon this. Take flight, Stardust Dragon.
Your
Now it's
Dragon
virtually
won't
full.
save you that much. I bounce beige back to hand to special summon Grappa. Then, because I haven't normal summoned yet, I'll normal summon beige again.
Duh.
And then bounce him back to hand, special summon my other Grappa.
And beige isn't once per turn.
Time to battle. Grappa number 1. Destroy Stardust Dragon. And Grappa number 2. Destroy Dark Magician Girl.
No! Stardust! Dark Magician Girl.
I now conclude my turn by placing 2 cards face down. Your move, Rick.
Don't worry, Richie. I'll get them. Draw. Alright, time to turn this around, I play Polymerization. Now I'll fuse together Elemental Heroes Neos and Liquid Soldier to form Elemental Hero Flame Wingman Infernal Rage.
The new one.
I activate Liquid Soldier's effect and chain Infernal Rage, allowing me to add a favourite card from my deck to my hand.
There it is.
And I'll
Favorite
choose
contact.
Favourite contact.
Yep.
Now for Liquid Soldier's effect. I draw 2 cards and then discard 1 card. I'll discard my Wild Heart. Now I activate Infernal Rage's other effect. Because I used a normal Elemental Hero monster as a fusion material, I can sacrifice him to special summon a level 7 or lower Elemental Hero fusion from my extra deck, ignoring summoning conditions.
Nice.
I choose the Elemental Hero Sunrise.
Alright.
Sunrise adds Miracle Fusion from my deck to my hand. But Miracle Fusion won't be in my hand for long.
Because he activates it.
Activate it. Now I banish and fuse together Elemental Heroes Wild Heart and Blade Edge to bring out Elemental Hero
Wild Edge.
And he's gonna edge you out in a little bit. But I'm not done fusing. I'll activate a second Miracle Fusion.
Ooh, more.
Now I shall banish and fuse together Elemental Hero Neos and Flame Wingman Infernal Rage in order to bring forth my Elemental Hero
Shining Neos Wingman.
Now
Dude.
for Shining Neos Wingman's effect. Since it was special summoned, I now get to destroy cards you have up to the number of different attributes on the field. And since there's 3 different ones, 3 of your cards are wiped out.
I won't let you. I activate Trap Card
God.
through skill. Targeting your Shining Neos Wingman and negating his effects.
Oh well, looks like I'll have to add some firepower. I play the field spell Skyscraper. Now an Elemental Hero will gain 1,000 attack points if it's weaker than the monster it's attacking. And that will give my Wild Edge the boost it needs to take down Grapple.
That'll help.
Go, Wild Edge! Attack both of Eevee's Graphers with Scimitar Slash!
You won't take down my Grappers that easily. I play another Trap Card. Quaking Mirror Force.
Ugh, you're so annoying.
Monsters are flipped face down and can never change their battle positions.
Ah, son of a bitch! Well, luckily
Their
it
positions
doesn't
are
affect
affected
my
again.
magician. Yeah, that's one blessing.
For
Playing
you.
phase 2. I place 3 cards face down.
Every time we're about to win, they're just like, nope.
Then, just like everyone else, I'll play Card of Sanctity. So we all draw from our decks until we each have 6 cards in our hand.
I think if I was in this duel, I'd be the only one holding on to my card of Sanctity until it was, unless it was in like an absolute complete emergency.
Doesn't get any others. And with this fresh new hand, I'll set a monster since I haven't normal summoned or set yet, and throw down 1 more face down. And that ends my turn. And during the end phase, I'll use the effect of Eternal Soul to bring one of my Dark Magicians back to the field in defense mode.
Just to be safe.
Then, with the effect of Circle, I'll banish one of your Graphers.
Bye.
Ah, come on.
Deal with it.
It's Longnoz. I'm going to enjoy making you suffer. First, I'll activate Magic Planter, sending my locked fiendish chain to the graveyard to draw 2 cards.
I swear to God, they're gonna end this duel via deck out, or the decks are gonna have like 3 cards left.
Monster reborn.
Extremely low deck bonus.
The monsters I discarded of Dark World dealings. Jinzo.
Wow. That was in with Dark World dealings.
Oh no.
She
I
has
still
one.
play Jinzo after all. This could change everything.
And a continued
That means Eternal Soul has been deactivated, which means
emergency
the Dark
provisions.
Magician could be targeted again.
Infestation pandemic to the graveyard.
Because it never did anything.
1,000 life points.
Now see, that one makes more sense than D and Keto.
Pendulum scale.
Thank you.
Serpent of Endymion and the card that will
Alright,
allow
Endymions.
you to Endymion, the mighty master of
Ugh. I don't want to read.
Citadel has more than enough spell counters. I'll remove 6 of them to special summon
It's Monster
Endymion
Reborn.
and destroy 3 cards.
Sorry, Doc, but the joke's on you. One of my face-down cards is a spell card.
Oh?
Twin Twisters.
Oh, he's gonna do it again.
Discarding a card, my Shadow Mist, I get to destroy both of your Pendulum cards.
Now it's Rick's turn to use the Twin Twister on him.
And because Shadow Mist
Because
went
Magician
to the
did so well.
graveyard, I get to add a hero from my deck to my hand. I choose Honest Neos.
No! How dare you?
How? Because I'm daring.
Face down. Then I activate spell reproduction. By discarding 2 spells from my hand, I get to add a spell back from the graveyard. And I choose Card of Sanctity, which I'll activate right away. And
Oh my
draw
God.
until we each have 6 cards.
Should have made this a drinking game. Forget the episode what happened to Doctor Longnoz. I'll tell you what happened. He activated Card of Sanctity 8,000 times and no deed.
Now I can pendulum summon monsters whose levels are 3 to 7.
At least what happened in the anime, it's like the headcanon was that Card of Sanctity was limited. Because imagine that card at 3.
Back. Hit
Actually, back in the day, given how comboing wasn't as much of a thing, that you probably 6 cards that probably wouldn't be too broken, but it's still to be on the safe side.
green light and the fairy I discarded of her, Archlord Christia, putting them back in my deck, and I draw 2 more cards. Now the time has finally come to pendulum summon.
Well, this is a good. Well, it could be like it's a good counter domain because if you pendulum summon the extra deck, but no, they pendulum summon the extra deck, so therefore Endymion's domain would still lock them down. Not sorry, Endymion's domain. Monarch's domain would still lock them out. Also, great, we're gonna go into Heraclonus or Gyzaris. I really hope it's not Gyzaris.
Endymion, the mighty master of magic. I
Ah.
activate the card I just
Rank
set.
7?
Magical stone excavation. By discarding 2 cards, I get to add a spell back from the graveyard. And yes, you guessed it. I take
Card of
the
Sanctity.
Sanctity and activate
Ah,
it again.
so
And add
tired.
6 more cards. I then activate
Actually, he wouldn't be able to activate it. Because in order to activate it, all duelists would need to draw at least until they have 6 cards in their hand. He's the only one that would be able to draw. Therefore, the card actually could not resolve.
normally costs 2,000 life points.
They have to at least have one less card in their hand.
Play it for free, and we get to special summon as many of our.
This happened in the anime too with Cyrus versus that one Jinzo dude.
What? Dimension Fusion? You've gotta be kidding me.
He's activated Card of
That's not even legal in current format.
that's not even legal pyramid.
This is the face of someone who doesn't care.
Doctor Who reference.
Now, with Dimension Fusion, I bring
And General
back the
Havoc.
Rescue Rabbit. And since your zones are clogged up,
I like how he calls bullcrop on Dimension Fusion, but doesn't have any problems with like 86 Card of Sanctities.
Bring back both of my graphers and Caius the Shadow Monarch.
Yeah.
Now I contact fuse all 3 gladiator beast monsters in order to bring forth gladiator beast Heraclinos.
Heraclinos, I was thinking of the choirs of the name. Whoops.
No. He summoned 2 dog bribes on legs. Arch nemesis.
You say Dark Bribe on legs. I don't remember Heraclius ever letting me draw a card when it was negated. I'm pretty sure it was just negated.
Magician's right hand. As long as I have a spellcaster on the field, it negates the effects of the first spell you activate.
That forces me to use another of my face down cards. This time, I play Super Polymerization.
Ooh.
Now, by discarding a card from my hand, I get to fuse 2 monsters together.
Epic
I
spell
fuse my
casters.
face down Sunrise with Jinzo. In order to
Or
bring
not.
forth Elemental Hero Escoridal. And now I activate the effect of Cross Keeper, which I just discarded. I get to draw 2 cards, then place 1 card in my hand on the bottom of my deck. Elemental Hero Escoridal gains 100 attack points for every Elemental Hero in my graveyard.
Right, Crosskeeper's the new Cross Porter, that's right.
For it to contend with either Heraclinos or Endymion.
I wouldn't be so sure of that.
Why not?
First,
Enlighten me.
deal with Honest Neos. I'll play my card Destruction.
Ugh.
Discard our hands and draw the same number of
If I were to do a duel analysis on this, I am totally counting how many cards he has in his deck.
Chain it, right? And that's what I'll do. Discard Honest Neos, target my Escoridal, and he'll gain 2,500 attack.
There's one less card for him to draw and gives Escrados some protection
Then
with the
since
high
there are
attack points.
Elemental heroes in the graveyard, he gains 100 more points.
So, in other words, genius.
Losing that hand
Probably like
sucks.
6,000 life points,
There's
or
not
attack
many
points.
cards left in my deck.
Even 7,000, but early 7,000.
Now I activate Mega War and equip it to Heraclinos. Since all life points are the level yours, his original points are doubled. Now prepare to feel more pain than ever.
I've seen you activate 1,000 draw cards. I'm already in pain.
I activate Rescue Rabbit's effect, banishing it to special summon 2 Evil Swarm Heliotropes from my deck. Then I once again construct the overlay network to exceed summon Evil Swarm Ophion.
It's back. Great. After all this work, all this progress, all this extra stuff, all and back and Ophion's in the field.
Endymion, the mighty boxer of magic, Caius the Shadow Monarch, and Graph the Dragon of the Dark World, the boss monsters of your old arch nemesis decks. How does it feel to be on the receiving end of them?
Wow. I can't believe you went through all this trouble just to spite me.
As revenge, there's petty victories too.
You really are something else.
What that's the thing is not safe for TV.
Well, this is it.
Probably that could have been more just like how you feel facing down every deck you hate. Angry, sorrow, but I'm gonna make you pay.
Boy, his dark magician.
Hold on.
Not bad by itself,
Doctor
I'm just saying.
Longnoz. I activate my trap card. Negate attack.
Handy.
Your attack is negated and it cancels out your battle phase.
Oh, you've got to be kidding!
I am not to be kidding you.
What's with everyone playing ancient cards? counter-track.
Pretty sure Card Sanctity isn't brand spanking new.
Endymion can't negate that. I end my turn. But with Ophion locking down level 5 or higher special summons,
You can't do that.
and Heraclinos and Endymion negating your decks, there's nothing you can do.
Well, this is a tight spot.
Let's see how you can get out of it.
Just like tight spots I've been put in at locals. But I know there is a way to defeat you. I just have to draw it, considering
Oh, there's
I've
really
gone
yelling.
through
It's just
so
late.
many cards already. Playing
Well,
card
what's
destruction
one
card
more?
Sanctity may just help rather than be a hindrance. In any case, I have to draw the out now. Heart of the cards, now more than ever, please guide me.
Excellent.
What the hell?
What?
What is it? What's wrong? It's this card. I never put this in my deck. Wait a minute. There's also a note attached to this hover duel disc.
Hover Duel Disc. Consider this a gift from an alternative version of you now living in another server.
A gift, huh?
Maybe it's a spy one.
One way or another, this card is our only hope of winning this duel. Alright, now I sacrifice Dark Cavalry, Radian, and Dark Magician.
What?
3 monster tributes.
What do you think you're doing?
Winning this duel, I summon Obelisk,
Obelisk?
the
A
Tormentor.
god?
What? An Egyptian god card? No,
Square with top deck, people with Kai with top deck, and DSOD.
those are extremely rare. How did you obtain it?
If I were you, I'd be more worried about what Obelisk will do to you. Hey Rick, is it okay if I borrow one of your monsters for this next move?
Time for Fist of Fate.
Absolutely. Especially
Absolutely,
if
I
you
need my
help us
monsters.
win. Well, in that case, I activate Obelisk's special ability by sacrificing 2 monsters.
divine.
In this case, Dark Magician and Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. He destroys all of your monsters.
That's right, all of them.
Go, Obelisk! Fist of Fury!
The king. Excellent.
No, impossible. All of our monsters have been wiped out, and Endymion didn't have any spell counters, so he didn't get the destruction immunity.
And Mr. Rowe, that's my problem.
So much for you winning this duel. Obelisk can't even attack this turn.
But my other magician
Just
can.
have to summon something that can attack. So, I've unleashed the power of an Egyptian god, but now it's time to call forth the power of a legendary dragon.
Oh.
I play the Eye of Timaeus.
Oh ho ho!
Now Timaeus merge with Dark Magician to form Amulet Dragon.
Ooh, that should be a big
Activate
boost.
Amulet Dragon's effect and banish
With all the
Amulet
cards of sanctities, card destructions, card demises.
And since a grand total of 71 spells
71?
banished, that means my Amulet Dragon gains 7,100 attack points, making his attack points a grand slam total of 10,000.
Damn!
Impossible.
Here's one hell of a way to end the 18th anniversary.
Strategy.
Hey, with all the card destruction stuff, then just eventually counting all that up.
But Rick being here and the
It
arrival
sure just hit the eternal soul.
changed everything.
Doctor Longnoz, I've told you before, and I will happily tell you again. No one and nothing is perfect. Not even your so-called flawless strategy. Now, Amulet Dragon, attack their life points directly and wipe out their life points.
Amulet Beam! Nice side by side there. That was good.
I failed again.
Longnose is dead. Again! Now we'll have to send him to the Super Shadow Realm.
Did it? I mean,
Thanks for the save,
that
Rick.
attack just completely obliterated the both of them.
They shouldn't be coming back anytime
They're
soon.
gone for good.
Hopefully.
Yes, we did. If there's anything I've learned over these many duels that I've had, is that good will always find a way to triumph over evil somehow. Of course, this was really tough. I'm glad we formed this alliance. Absolutely. In fact, even though I'm just an AI, that victory really had me pumped.
It's a good end to the
Maybe
duel.
you and I should have a duel sometime.
That would be cool.
With no stakes on the line, of course.
Of course.
I'd be happy to take you up on that offer, Rick.
Maybe in a future episode, but not right now.
I'm exhausted.
Being 4 people was really weighed out. Then to be fair, Evie's just a voiceover, so that's less work. It is still work, absolutely, but less work.
Spend quality time.
You can sit down during that.
I think that's definitely needed after a hard duel.
Very
That's
hard duel.
understandable. And of course, you'll want to go and celebrate your YouTube channel's 18th anniversary.
Tap that fourth wall ever so gently.
Well, some time ago, a big tournament was mentioned. That's coming up.
Oh, so this is where the big tournament happened with the Frost Flare thing.
Maybe we'll meet in
I'm sorry, Fire and Fiend decks.
Planning to enter? Well, Rick, I can tell you and other people right now that you'll
No.
just have to wait and see. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Dark Magician.
Ooh, Dark Magician Channel. I felt the mistake right at the end. Whoops. Oh well, but we knew what he was saying. At least it was right there at the end of that, like throughout halfway through the video or something like that. Oh. Anyway, yeah, that was a good 18th anniversary movie. It was an excellent duel overall. I see where it constantly restock in their hands and want to make sure there's constant action on that jazz, but even you gotta admit, that was getting ridiculous. Just all this restocking and fulling it with a card of safeties. Come on, British, and even you're like, yeah, that was kind of hacky. Like, it still went through an entertaining duel in that 7100 in that 7100 attack point boost and all of it was back and forth with the attack guidance armor and whatnot. All that was very entertaining, but yeah. But hey, you know what? If it made for an entertaining duel, that's the main point at the end of the day. But I would activate card safety except Magician. He was the only one that did not do it because he was like, "Are you people nuts? Stop giving them new hands. It's not working out in your favor. It never does." Hey. But yeah, I was going to see what happened with Longnose and EVBot too as a surprise. Just like they combined forces on this one, and now they're both robots, and now they've been both reduced to dust. They're nothing now. They're dead after 10,000 attack points to the face combined. Oy. It was good to get the ending to Eevee Bot too, that was a surprise, but you know, it's good to finish up that character. And the story about Longnoz there, just try to avoid hell, only to be put into a new form of hell. That's a good story. You kind of think, just like, I escaped hell by going to hell, essentially. I mean, it worked, but unfortunately, Magician was there, and he decided to keep being a prick when he was in cyberspace, so yeah, he alerted Magician to his presence, which caused all of this to happen in the first place. If he had just been a decent person and tried to come around on that, he might have actually been gone under the radar and no one would ever know, and everything would have just been fine. But no, had to be an asshole, had to be obsessed with revenge, and this is where it got him. So, yeah, at some point you gotta blame someone other than yourself, but don't worry, I'm sure he'll come back for revenge too at some point. Probably not, no, I'm really gonna say he's dead 100%, but, you know, what if? Back of the head, what if? But anyway, yeah, good 18th anniversary movie, well done, Magician. It was a fun time that I enjoyed seeing it, the little back and forth, the banter, all those stuff was a true treasure to see, and it was a pleasure overall. So, good work there. So, yeah, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, see you next time, check out the Dark Magician channel, link in the channel description of course, and I'll see you later. Bye!